Hey everyone, welcome back to another video on the Inside Special. Happy Thursday afternoon. I hope we're all okay. I hope the day is treating you well. Wherever you are in the world, I hope it's treating you well. Got a good little video here today. We're talking about this weird old report from, well, I'll tell you from who in a minute, but on a potential deal for Alexander Isak. As you can tell by my tone and face, I don't see much in it. We're talking about the update on Emerson to AC Milan. We'll be talking about Fabrizio Romano talking about Spurs' interest in Ricardo Calafiori. We're talking Chelsea's interest in Murillo because we got another bit of an update on that as well. So, yeah, lots to get into, lots to talk about. Hope you're okay. I just want to say, though, if you're new, give us a subscribe. You're very much welcome to join us the journey. And, yeah, afternoon, Teddy. Afternoon, Spurs. Afternoon, Dan. Dreadlock, mate, how are you? Liam, how are you, mate? You're right. Afternoon, Sonia. Afternoon, John. How are we all? Yes, plenty to talk about, plenty to get into. Apologies, I'm a few minutes late. It's Thursday, which obviously that means it's gym morning as well as going to see my gran. So hence why I'm a few minutes late. Had to make sure I've showered before coming on here because I looked a state after going to the gym. So yeah, let's jump in. Afternoon, Mark. Let's jump in as well, and let's talk this report from Dimarzio, who said that Tottenham have offered Richarlison in an approach for Alexander Isak. Obviously, alongside that, there is obviously money to go towards Newcastle. Now, Newcastle have obviously, unsurprisingly, rejected this. Doesn't shock me for a second that they rejected this. They truly don't want to sell Alexander Isak. I think of all of their players, he's the one they truly don't want to sell. I think they're more open to selling a Guimaraes over a Isak. Look, he is a guy that they value. I would say you think of how Napoli might value Osimhen around the £100 million mark. Newcastle value Isak a hell of a lot more, especially if they were to be selling within the Premier League. We value, I think, at Spurs, Richarlison being probably around the 50 million mark. Newcastle are probably going to want still at least a minimum 70, 80 million plus a Richarlison. And that's where the issue is for, I think, a lot of Spurs fans. As much as we sit here and go, Alexander Isak is a fantastic player, and he is. And, he is a very good player. I believe they signed him for about 63 million, Newcastle. I don't know off the top of my head. I haven't actually done the research on that. So if I'm wrong, don't shoot me. So they're going to be wanting more than that, obviously, for financial fair play reasons. Spurs, I doubt, would give Richarlison plus 70 million for Isak. It's not going to be happening. I don't see this deal having any real legs to it, if I'm honest. Just the sheer value of the cost of it. I know they said that they're willing to go big on an attacker. I don't think they're willing to go this big. This big is something that Man City were close to doing for Kane, but they weren't even reaching the value of what Spurs wanted, which was 150 million. And I think Newcastle are probably going to want something similar to that, and Spurs aren't going to be doing that, nor would they be even close to that, Hey, Iqbal, mate, I'm all right. I'm not too bad. Hope you're okay. Yeah, just forget about it. Yeah, I'm not buying this at all. It just doesn't make any sense. As a footballing sense, yeah, it makes loads, but in terms of financial sense, it makes zero. So I think this is one of those that we can kind of talk about with good humor, but kind of move on from, because I don't see this thing having any legs to it. Moving on to some Emerson Royale news. So from Corriere dello Sport, they said that Emerson Royale has agreed to slash his wages in a bid to join AC Milan. Milan have agreement on terms with Emerson already and are continuing to work on finding an agreeable fee with Spurs. So the financial fair play season ends in just about 3 days' time. And if I'm honest, I don't see us selling anyone or buying anyone until the next financial fair play year. I think it'll be July 1st. I think July 1st might even sort of July 1st, 2nd, 3rd. I think you'll see a lot of deals in football kind of go through. Just I think there's been a lot of deals that are sort of waiting to be completed, waiting to kind of press the green button to announce it. But I think they're waiting for the new financial fair play season. So then obviously they can count it in those books. I think Emerson Royale is one of those. I think we don't need Emerson Royale's money. Milan, obviously, a little bit more cash strapped in terms of financial fair play. So they'll obviously want to wait till the next financial fair play year. Then obviously, then it allows you to stretch that deal out a little bit further, gives you a bit more wiggle room, gives you a bit more room to play with, which is fine. I'm just hoping that in early July, there's players that we obviously want to get rid of. We obviously have interest in those players. I'm hoping we can move off a couple of those nice and easy. Let's see what happens with Spence at Genoa. But, we've obviously moved off of Sessegnon. We've moved off to Tanganga. I think there's more to be done here, though. I think another one, what's happening with Joe Rodon. We talked about Premier League clubs having interest in him. Is that still the case? He's not at international football tournaments. So let's hope there's some work being done on that front. Is there interest in Ben Davies? Again, not international football. So what's going on there? There's plenty still to be looking at with these situations. But I think in a few days' time, I think, look, we've already seen today. If you don't know, Twitter has been alight with deals and things like that being completed because they're trying to get it done before June 30th. By the way, you can follow me on Twitter. It's in the description down below. You'll also find the description for Instagram and my second channel. So give us a subscribe to that as well if you haven't already, which would be very much appreciated. But yes, I think, if I'm honest, I don't think Spurs will be very active in the next few days in terms of getting things completed. They'll be trying to push, transfers along, but I think you'll see other clubs who are acting desperately trying to get things done. I mean, Nottingham Forest moving off of Musa Niakate. That will help towards their financial fair play. There's also someone else I think they're trying to move off of, and I cannot remember who it is. There's someone else they're trying to move off of that will help their financial fair play as well. Afternoon, Chris, mate. How are you? Anything new about Eze? Not really today, mate. Afternoon, Hogan, mate. How are you, buddy? You all right? So there was that little bit on Emerson Royale. Right, moving a little bit on to Fabrizio Romano talking about Riccardo Calafiori. Just a bit of another update. He said that Tottenham have not entered the conversation for Riccardo Calafiori at this time. However, they're keeping an eye on the Italian market and player. Interesting. I don't think that's shocking to anyone. I don't think we can sit here and say, yeah, Spurs are definitely going to be keen on... I mean, we're keen on Riccardo Calafiori, but you've got to remember, it's just not a position that we're trying to do a lot in, if you know what I mean. We're trying to do a lot more in the midfield and the attack. Defense is fairly solid. We need some rotational pieces at fullbacks, but, we actually need an out-and-out starting 11 striker, So I just think, don't expect much here. I foresee a cheaper signing to be coming in here. If not, they might like Phillips. Phillips might be the guy they bring into this realm. Maybe an Alfie Dorrington even. I don't foresee them doing anything crazy in this position. I've always been on that case. And I will repeat again, I expect Calafiori to wind up at Juventus. So there's that. Blue and Marvellous. I hope it is. Is this the same Daniel Lee we were talking about? He's going to bid for Isak. He's going to cost about 100 million. No, Newcastle wants 7% up. Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's not going to be happening. Regardless, mate, I know you're not. I know you're a bit of a levy out kind of guy, but I don't even think Man City, PSG would do something like this. I'm looking much better. I am. I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling much more myself now. Tony, no news on Tony Dreadlock, mate. Nothing there. Right, moving a little bit on. I wanted to talk about... So I've just seen some reports. Apparently, Manchester United are ready to part ways with Marcus Rashford. Ooh. Good luck to whoever takes him on. I hope it's not us. Murillo news. So we talked about the Brazilian reports yesterday, how, the fact that Nottingham Forest are having interest in Murillo. Well, we've got some more. John Percy from The Telegraph has said that Chelsea are making checks on Murillo, the centre-back from Forest. No deal imminent at this stage, but definite interest. Forest are in talks to sell Musa Niakate. This week, a sale that will be huge to PSR, and Mangala's the permanent move to Lyon, which is close to completion. I forgot Mangala was the one I was trying to think about. Look, I like Murillo again, but Murillo is going to cost 50 and above. Not a chance Spurs are going in there. Like I said, it's a position where, yes, there is need, but it's a position that we're wanting to work in, but we're not wanting to spend that kind of money on it because it just doesn't make any sense, How much do you think we offered? I'd say it'd be like Richarlison plus 20 or something like that, Even next, mate, how are you? PSG. Yeah, maybe Rashford to PSG. They've always been quite keen on him. But is he an Enrique player? I mean, they're interested in Kvaradona, which, by the way, shout out Georgia yesterday. Unreal performance. Obviously, meaning England gets Slovakia Sunday, 5 p.m. instead of getting Holland. Italy, Switzerland, I think is the round after. Whoever, if we obviously beat Slovakia, it's mad that I even have to say that. So shout out them, and obviously Kvaradona, Kvaratskhelia. I don't have to say his name properly, but yeah, he was unreal. He was unreal. Yeah, I think that's where PSG will probably go, and he's much better than Rashford. And number 6 in the attack and main focus. I'd probably say the attack is the main focus, Kookaburra. Afternoon, Donna. I think Isak would make perfect sense. Our attack would be sorted. I mean, look, it makes sense, if you look at just on paper and on the pitch, but financially, yeah, it's not happening. Talksport a few hours ago, yeah, don't take too much in for Talksport. Italy or Switzerland. I mean, look, you take Italy on, the namesake, but I don't know. Switzerland looked decent. They did look decent, and I think the other thing that I think England need to get their heads out of their own backsides is, okay, you're on, quote, the easiest side of the draw. Well, France didn't top their group. Austria did, and Austria in our side of the draw. So, let's maybe take it seriously. Every team can beat us, Hi, any news on Geertruida at all? Not today. Nothing so far. I'll keep my eyes out, but nothing so far. Just that, obviously, Spurs are still interested. Real Madrid is still, not Real Madrid, PSG is still interested. Yeah, I've completely forgot there's no Euro today. It's gutting. Yeah. Interesting. Tell you what, Kalanoglu's goal yesterday was fantastic, wasn't it? Unreal goal. He was linked to Bayern, and obviously he turned down Bayern. Last night, Kvaradona whooped Sui. Well, I mean, it wasn't Portugal's first team, so I don't think it matters all that much, but Georgia looked good. Georgia, do you know what? Georgia have been playing some nice football. Much better than England are playing. So did Romania. They played better football than England play. I think England might play some of the worst football in the tournament, to be honest. Boring, huh? Yeah. Is orange my favourite colour? No, it's not. This year has had so many bangers. Oh, do you know what, KVN? It really has. Like, you could count probably on one hand the boring goals, like the penalties, like Mbappe, penalty, boring. He's been naff anyway. But you think of all the bangers from like players that you just don't know about. Unreal. Yeah, just a quick little look. Obviously, I'll be back at I'm not finishing up, so don't switch off in case you think I have. Obviously, back at 7 to talk some more transfers and things like that. I will be back at 7 anyway to talk more transfers. But I also hopefully will record some gameplay for the second channel today for some gaming. So obviously, if that's your cup of tea, then make sure you subscribe. I'll put it in the chat box so you can easily find it. It is in the bio, but just in case you haven't, I'll record some stuff for it today. Hopefully, I don't know if it'll go out today, but hopefully it will go out this week. Some gameplay stuff. Obviously, whilst there's no Euros, we've got nothing else to do but do that, So that'll be there. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Appreciate that. There'll be some better content as time goes by on that channel. Also, the Shaqiri goal. Yeah, Shaqiri's first time strike was lovely. But Scotland doing Scotland things sometimes, eh? I was watching Portugal lose and thought they still played better than England. Yeah, it's not hard. I can watch a Sunday league team that can do what England do. I love the Georgian side. Absolutely warriors to the last man. Yeah, they're the kind of guys that would die on their crosses and die on their swords, wouldn't they? For the cause. Will I be doing gaming? Yes, it'll be gaming on the PlayStation. So yeah, do subscribe. That stuff will be out. I'll be recording today. I don't know if I'll do it live for today. It'll be more just, I think, whilst I'm waiting to get things sorted for the channel, I'll record things so I can upload things. All right. So that'll be today. So yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and like this video if you haven't already, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, because this is the main channel. This is the Spurs channel. This is where we talk loads of nonsense half the time, if I'm honest. Atalanta are going for Ben Godfrey. That's come out of the blue. 5 of those. Yeah. They know how to do it, don't they? So looking at it, yeah, we've got some stuff to talk about for 7 o'clock tonight. So obviously join me for 7 o'clock. We've got some really good stuff to talk about on that channel for tonight. And there'll be no rush. There is no football to run off to. I don't think there's another game now for a few days. Let's just check those fixtures actually quickly. Yeah, so Saturday, 5 o'clock, Switzerland, Italy, and then Saturday, 8 o'clock, Germany, Denmark. And obviously England play on the Sunday at 5 with Spain playing Georgia at 8. So yeah, no football now for a few days, which is gutting. So yes. Yeah. Right. Anyway, I will love you and leave you all. Thank you all very much for joining me as per usual. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will see you all back for 7 p.m. to chat some more stuff. There is some stuff already to talk about, and I will talk about it then. I'll see you all later. I hope you did enjoy the video, obviously, as always. I'll see you all later. Enjoy your afternoon, everyone, and I'll catch you back at 7. Take care.